Brooklyn beat. Next bus, please. Going up. Participation's good. So many segments, like tell me something good. Time to vent, passenger, etiquette, and MVP. What you see is what you get. Communication flow, you watch and see us grow. With so much more than bus drivers, yo. Real talk on, real show in MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP. Live radio, call up, now call up. Now MVP, live radio, call up, now call up, now MVP, live radio.
Hey guys.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Listen, we it's not going on Periscope.
Okay.
It keeps saying try again. No way. Yeah, it keeps saying try again, and it's not going. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transit Misfits.
What's up, people?
Show dedicated to all transit workers globally. The original transit workers global show on Facebook. I'll go on say that. Because have you seen another one? Blonde, have you seen another one? Do anything like this? Not like this. So we're the official transit show. You know, I had the whole line remembered.
I swear you remind me of Ralph. As soon as the camera lights come on.
Ralph? Well, I call myself the Puerto Rican Ralph Crandall.
The Puerto Rican Ralph Crandall.
A Hispanic Ralph Crandall.
That's a drive. That's a drive.
I must drive. What's up, everybody? So we were planning on being on Periscope, something new, but it's not going through. But we are on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube,
we're definitely live on YouTube.
We're live on YouTube. So, guys, if you want to go check us out over there, you go ahead. And make sure to subscribe. What's up, Roberto Chico? Oh, wait, Norm. Welcome to the show. He says, what did he says? First of all, nice logo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Nice logo. And then after giving us something nice like that.
What is that?
We're in a submarine. Why are we? Do we sound like we're on the water? Come on, let us know any problems we might have with the audio. It's nice to get it out the way right now. Roberto Martinez jumping in quickly. We see you. What's up, everybody? So, we have a special guest today. We have him sitting, waiting. Mr. Lee Ireland. Mr. Edward Lee Ireland. RTO Conductor. And
keyboard member.
Yes, sir. And there he goes. Can we talk to him real quick before we bring him in? Hold on real quick. Let me just let him know. If he can read that.
So we have a big show planned. Lee has some stuff he wants to get off his chest, and we have some other stuff that we need to talk about. I'm talking man low, right?
No, I hear you pretty clear.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
So again, like we said, folks, we are also live on YouTube. So if you don't want to mess with Facebook, you can catch us on YouTube. Sorry, Periscope. We don't know what's going on with you guys, but yeah, we
Yeah.
do have Periscope also. We also have our Twitter and our Instagram, which we all changed the names to all that stuff to Two Transit Misfits.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's on the side.
Oh, wrong side.
It's, it's,
We gotta do it like this. We gotta do it like this. There you go.
Change the right there.
Practice makes perfect. Two transformations.
Two
So
Transit.
yeah, guys. So we do have Periscope, but for some reason, it's giving us an error. It says that it's temporary. I could keep on trying, see if it goes on, but right now, it's not going on. All right, guys. So let's start the show. We do have Mr. Lee Ireland that's going to join us shortly. We want to bring up. Let's just. Oh wait, we did. Did we start the show? You know what? I'm confused with the whole intro.
No, that was just to letting them know we're going live. We didn't actually officially get it going yet. But yeah, do we have, because we don't really have a
No. Where is
intro
it?
video.
You don't. Didn't we have one?
Well,
No,
one you did.
I took it off.
Yeah,
I took it
but
off.
we don't have one.
Well, we're gonna have one right now.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we will start the show.
I don't know. It looked like he froze.
What happened to me?
It looked like he was frozen for a second. He was like,
What's going on with me?
oh. Yeah, he's freezing. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go again.
You know, I think it has to do with Periscope. Let me remove that. Let me remove that because it continues to try to log in and it's not gonna work. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep. Let's do this.
What were you laughing at? What were you laughing at?
Lee was ready, then he stepped off again.
No, we're good now. All right, guys. So let's start the show. We're gonna start with an update. An update of the operator from Baltimore.
Right.
If you'll remember, the operator that was shot and killed.
Remember last week you couldn't pull it up, so
right, we couldn't pull it last time. But basically, what happened was the operator got to the end of the line. That was the last stop. He was telling everybody to get off, and this man and his girlfriend or whoever that was went with him, and he was telling them that they couldn't get on the bus. So they got upset, and words were exchanged, and the guy grabbed the operator's bag and took off. So the operator took off after him, gave chase to him to get him because he took his bag. So this motherfucker turned around and shot him. Shot the operator on the street and passed away on the scene. The update is that this fool is in custody. What happened to you? Oh, I'm wondering what happened to your sound. I see that you muted yourself, Blunt.
Yeah, I was drinking.
So
yeah. Behind the scenes.
So he's in custody. He's in custody. Hopefully, he'll do the time he's supposed to do. I heard he had a rap sheet. Dude had a rap sheet.
Spin the balls.
So So we give our condolences to the operator Mr. Marcus Parks from Southeast Baltimore. By the way, the
Right.
picture we posted, the picture before that, we'll give credit. Jerry Jackson from Baltimore Sun. That picture that we posted with the bus on the background. Got to give credit to that. So yeah, so our condolences, our hearts go out to the family and friends of Mr. Marcus Parks. He's actually, we see it as family for us because bus operators, we're throughout the world, and it's tragic. It's tragic that this man um, thought to take the operator's life. You know, after he took his bag. I mean, there was no reason for that.
Yeah.
I see no reason why he had to shoot him dead. Like it feels like they already. You had said last time too, right? It's like they had already something planned.
Yeah.
Like they had that in mind, like to start some kind of a problem with the operator.
Exactly.
So anyway, our hearts go out to his family that he left behind and his friends, and of course we feel it here because even though it's all the way in Baltimore, we're all bus operators, and this is something that can happen to any of us. Because we spoke last week. I could see myself running from a bag too. I mean, if you have something important in your bag, you're not gonna think twice about it. You just feel you're gonna run after the guy because you want your bag back.
Absolutely. You ain't even thinking about that.
Yeah,
You just
you don't
want your
think about
stuff back. So now you got to give pause to that too. So guys, don't carry nothing important in that bag that you carry.
Yeah. Well, it seems like like maybe the door was open when he was telling the people, that he couldn't take anybody else in. So that's something to think about, guys. You get to the end of the line, like keep your door closed while you do whatever you got to do to get out. I guess you just don't think about something like
No, I
that
don't think about it.
happening
Yeah.
at that moment.
Furthest
You
things
just
from your
figure
mind.
you're just gonna talk to the guy. Yeah. Anyway, our condolences to him. So now we're gonna bring him in, Mr. Lee Ireland.
So,
Mr. Lee Ireland. Edward Lee Ireland. How you doing, Mr.? How you doing? Can you hear
Lee,
us?
you are live.
Fine, fine. Blunt
We're
and
live now.
Pete, Brooklyn Pete.
Yes, we're glad to have you. So, Mr. Ireland, for those who don't know about you, just tell us quick in what do you call it? What do you call it in a shell? In a what shell? In a what's the word are we saying? Well, just tell us real quick. When you say in a something shell, what is that called again?
In a nutshell.
A nutshell.
In a nutshell. In a nutshell.
In a
Okay.
nutshell, tell us what you do for those of you that don't remember you from the last time you was on our show, and then go ahead and tell us what you wanted to tell us. What information you got for us?
Certainly.
Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Edward Lee Ireland. I'm a subway conductor, RTO department, and I've been in the job for 36 and a half years. And I'm also an elected executive board member for the Conductor Towers division. And I've been circulating a protest letter for several months now. And there's lots and lots of members that have signed on to this protest letter from all 7 departments. And we need more members to get on that protest letter because we want to reverse the president, that's President Utano. We want to reverse his decision to handpick through an appointment process to put somebody in place to be our administrative vice president, which was a position that was held by Nelson Rivera, but he passed away from stage 4 cancer. I'm sorry to say. He was a very dear and hardworking officer of our union. But the president has replaced him through an appointment without allowing the membership of T.W.U. Local 100 the opportunity to vote for the person that filled that position. 46,500 union members were not allowed to vote, nominate and vote for the person that filled that very important position. So we are protesting this action. And it actually says in the bylaws that we have the right to do this, and if there's enough of us that do this, we can actually reverse his decision. We have to prove that the majority of our union membership is against this procedure, and we can have it our way. So we're busy trying to build that majority. Now, there is a second phase to this idea. Once we get these many members together, then we have to have motions made during our division meetings and our section meetings, and comprise a very large list of the results of all these motions that are being made all throughout our local to show proof that we have a majority that's standing against this procedure, and it can actually be our way. Because after all, this is a union, majority rules. But unfortunately, we seem to have a tradition of having presidents that actually have dictatorial control of our union membership. They control everything. They control all the money that comes in. They control the jobs that are given out, release time jobs, NTA release jobs. And, we need to look in the mirror at ourselves, all of us members, and say, hey, why does the president have all this power? Because he has it because he wants to have it. And if we really didn't want him to have it, he wouldn't have it. But we have bylaws and a union constitution that give us rights that we never, ever use. But I'm happy to say that this is the first time in my 36 and a half years that all departments are represented in something that could actually change all this first time. So all of you that are not on this protest letter yet, please get on there as soon as possible, and then we can go to phase 2. And then we're going to start having it our way. The most important thing in the future of our union is that we change the bylaws. The bylaws is the key. If we change the bylaws, we can take away all this power that the president has and make it shared power. 55 people on the executive board should share in that power. But I would like to see an extra, how should I say, an extra piece of protection for the membership by instituting a new layer of protection called EBOC, Executive Board Oversight Committee. This would be a committee made up of rank and file members, and they can be involved for as long as they want to be, or stop being involved in the Executive Board Oversight Committee and come back at a later date, and just keep it alive like that. So we have a lot of people that look over the Executive Board members and actually ask a lot of questions and get answers, because majority rules. If the majority wants anything, we can get it. It's legally enforceable as long as we go through the bylaws and the Constitution, but we just never organize along those lines. And the reason that never happens, I'm going to reveal that in a later live report. I have lots and lots to say, and I'm just really getting warmed up, but a little bit at a time, because I think too much is too much. But just understand one thing. The executive board should actually be in place to protect the members' interest, and not to sit there and get paid by the president and accept their second union pension for just backing his play. So that needs to be changed to the bylaws. When somebody gets elected, any officer, by the membership, when they get elected by the membership, their job should be secured through the bylaws. It should be mandated in the bylaws. If they're elected, they are guaranteed a union job. But it's not like that. When they get elected, they don't get a union job unless one person gives it to them, the union president. And that's ridiculous. But that's on us. I don't blame you young folks because you didn't know about this. I blame my generation. My generation. We should have protected this for your generation. So I'm still trying to get us together.
So, Mr. Arlen, what would be your first step right now? You have a lot on your plate. What would be your first step right now going forward?
The first step is for everybody to get on this protest letter. And by doing that, I'll be able to reach you, to communicate with you when it's time to do the next step.
So how many people do you have on there, and how many people do you need in order for the next step to start?
I have a little over 700 people from all from all 7 departments, but that's minuscule in terms of what we need. We need a little over half of 46,500 union members. But you know what? We can reach it.
You got those 700 on your own.
On my
right?
own. Right. Well, you know what? I got a few people through people responding on Facebook and sending me text messages and emails, but a very, very small number. Like about only 30, about 30 people that way. And then I had a couple of wonderful union members that actually pitched in and got me a few people. Like one station agent got me 8 people, and a CTA from Car Equipment got me 29 people. But other than that, I got everything else on my own.
Cool. So one of the members is asking, sorry, I was.
Oh, we're doing the same thing. Switch back and forth.
What's the time left? If there's a time limit on that, and how long you have to, for that letter to go through?
Well,
that's what he's saying.
Well, since we're talking about reversing the president's decision to handpick, or should I say, appoint the vice president of our administrative vice president of our union, well, that term will end the end of next year, December of next year. So let's just say that there's no time to waste, but anytime we do it before that term is over at the end of next year, it'll be a big step for the membership to actually know that we turned the president around. The fact that we actually have the power to do that. So, because once we can do that one time, you know what that means? We can do it over and over and over again. So if we can do this, that means we can use that same power to fix the rigged elections process that we have. And I have a lot to say about that, but I won't do it tonight. I have lots and lots to say about that rigged election. How many have we had? But the one in 2018 was the very worst I've ever seen, where the president won an election with just 7,300 and some odd votes. 7,300 and some odd votes out of a membership of over 46,000 members.
Yeah, last election, it was a very little bit amount of people that voted.
Well, you know what?
Or that got their ballots.
Yeah, all right, thousands and thousands of our union members did not get ballots. And I'm out in the field all over different departments, talking to people, finding out what's going on. And so many people did not get ballots, including myself. And so many people got everything before the election, ballots went out, and after the election, ballots went out, but didn't get a ballot. They got everything the union sends out before and after, but no ballot, including myself. And I actually asked our union president, how come they didn't use the USPS address forwarding procedure? And he promised to use it in the contract, but he didn't use it in mailing out our ballots, something as important as that. So he promised to do it in the contract vote. But I have no proof that he did it. He just said it at the executive board meeting. I can't prove it because he didn't prove it. So who's to say? So I'm quite sure the voting in the contract voting was also rigged, and the turnout of votes that were counted was also low. So, what are we doing? We're doing nothing. So if we can do this protest letter concerning reversing that decision on the administrative vice president, the next step would be fixing the rigged election process. And the next step after that would be fix the broken bylaws that we have that controls our union and give the president all the control by allowing him to control all the money and not shared control. Why would we want that? The president's just a co-worker. Every permanent union member is qualified to be the president because there is no qualifications. An executive board, just think about this. To be elected on the executive board, there are no meeting requirements. So you could be a member that has never attended a single division or section meeting in your entire career on the job and get elected onto the executive board. And to make it worse, after you get elected, guess what? Still no requirement to attend any division or section meetings after you're elected. The only requirement is that you attend that one meeting a month to meet with the president and to give him carte blanche. Well, it doesn't say carte blanche in the Bible, of course, just as you have to be there. But I'm telling you what it's like when you're in there. Most of them give him carte blanche. So
Interesting.
let's fix it. The president has too much power. That's my entire agenda. Take away the power of the president. He's just a co-worker. Why would we give that kind of power to one person? This union was meant to be a democracy. That's why there was an executive board. But somewhere along the way, the idea got broken.
That letter that you were talking about, how does anybody get that letter?
Well, it's all over Facebook. But I know everybody's not on Facebook, and I do lots of email blasts. I should have had something in print to show everybody in the show tonight.
Can we reach you on email? Anyone who's interested, can they write to you in your email to get that email to them?
Oh, definitely. That is definitely the way. But I'm just sorry I don't have it in print to put away.
We can post it up right now.
Post it. What's your email? You got it, Blunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ireland, what's the email?
Okay.
We're gonna post it up on the comments.
Okay. Lee Ireland, NY. That's LEEIRELANDNY, like New York, at gmail.com. And anyone can be free, and anyone can call me also or text me. My phone number is 718-415-9283.
A mistake on the Gmail. Eric.
Oh yeah. Do I take that off?
You have to retype it.
Yeah. Hold on. What was the number again? 718.
718-415-9283.
You got to type on the email. We're gonna retype it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
415. What?
415.
Yeah, honey. You gotta say it like 5 times, right?
That's okay.
9283, right?
Yes. And
Keep going. Go ahead. You just posting fixing your email.
Yeah, you keep talking. We can keep talking.
Yeah, Mr. Ireland.
okay, so a lot of us feel that it is what it is, but all that does is give the president all this power that he has. It's us. How many times are we going to let the bully take away our lunch money in the schoolyard? That's what this is. Why do we defer to a title called president? That president's title is supposed to impress management, not us, because we, the members, are supposed to be his employer. We own this union. Our union dues makes us all co-investors. We own the union. The people that we elect, they just got a job from us, the co-owners, the co-investors of this union. But we never have a meeting amongst the co-owners of this union to discuss how we're going to supervise our staff. And that's all the officers are. They are our staff that we hire to run our business, called the union. So somewhere along the line, somebody put it into our head, the owners, that it's their union, not ours. So let's take back our union.
Okay, so that's a start. That's a start. Blunt, you didn't put the Gmail.
Yeah, I'm working on it, brother, man. Just keep going. I got it.
And I want everybody to remember one thing. If we fail to do this, that's what we're going to pass on to our kids. Because we failed to stand up, and we're not going to teach them how to stand up. It's going to be generational. It's been generational. Let's break that. That's my biggest fear. How this goes on one generation after another, deferring to a title. The president's just a co-worker, and any one of you could be in there. 0 qualifications. Think about that.
Okay, that is definitely very interesting because I've heard opposite of all that. What you're saying, that you have to be elected officer or shop steward in order to do certain things like that. But
Absolutely not.
okay,
People
so
that are
again,
in office want the members to think that, so that they don't run against them.
Hmm.
They do everything and anything to keep members from running.
I got anybody.
They even say stuff like, "I'm losing money by being in office." Yeah, sure.
So anybody that interested in what Mr. Lee Ireland is saying,
Sign it
get
up.
that letter.
Right.
Got the Gmail. It's been posted. I have his number if you want to call them with any other questions.
Get in touch with him.
And
495-9283 is there. You have his Facebook page also. What you have a couple, right? You have Friendly Politics. Right?
Union friendly politics
on Facebook. So you have his email, you have his phone number, you have his Facebook page, Union Friendly Politics. What else you have out there? The videos and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. You can get in touch with him there, so you can sign up for that letter. You got 700, so you got some work to do.
Got a lot. Hey, if we got a lot of guys listen to this and they're interested in doing this, and spread the word and get it going. So, Ireland, thank you very much. If you're done, do you have anything else you want to say?
We got one question for you.
Sure.
It comes from one of our viewers, actually. I don't know if you can see that, but he asks us, Mr. Ireland, why is there an appointed vice chair after 18 months in this depot without the vote of the executive board?
Why is there an appointed vice chair after 18 months? Okay, well, according to our bylaws, after 18 months, which is past the halfway point in the 3-year term of office, it says in the bylaws that at that point, an appointment is allowable. It says that in the bylaws.
Okay, there you got your answer, Mr. Chico. Mr. Chico.
But I will say something about that though. If more than half of the membership weighed in on that decision, it could be reversed.
So even after the appointed,
yes, it could be reversed. If a majority, if majority of the union membership, which means all departments would be involved, or at least a large portion of all departments, it could be reversed, because that also says it's in the bylaws. At the end of the day, there's nothing in the bylaws that can't be reversed by the majority of the membership. It can all be reversed. But of course, there's a lot of work to get putting together a majority without a doubt. But you know what? If we all try, we can get there.
So if you have something like that's kind of singled out in a department like that, like just say in a depot only, if the majority of the members of the depot get together and say this is not what we want, then that appointee could be changed, reversed.
Well, no, I don't see that. No, I'm talking about the majority of the entire membership. It means that the people in the depot would have to get everybody in the local involved in their personal problem, because that's what it would be viewed as. So that's a different story. But
we have Chico saying there has to be approved by executive board.
Say that again.
He says that he has to be approved by the executive board.
Oh, to be in that position, to be a section chair. Yes. Without an election, yes. Without an election, if there's no election, it has to be approved by the executive board. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
It has to be approved by the executive board, which means it has to be brought to the executive board body, which I'm part of, and it has to be voted on by and the majority of the executive board body has to vote in favor of this. But it has to be after the 18th month. But also it can be reversed after the fact if the majority of the union membership in totality, so we're talking about all 7 departments weighing in on something that happened in one depot. And like that's not really something that really happens. Well, I mean, that's like asking people that aren't in your department, in your division, to get involved in something that's happening in your depot.
Right.
It's kind of hard.
Chances.
It's kind of hard for people to get excited about being involved in something that's so personal as a depot issue.
Right.
But the administrative vice president issue, that's a union-wide issue. That affects every single department, division, and section. That affects every union member in our union. So that's a much broader, let's say,
Scope.
something to stand behind because it affects everybody, as opposed to something that's individual.
Right.
So, and when it comes to organizing, people have to be, they have to feel that they're affected usually.
Well, Mr. Ireland, we could go on, but like you said, you want to save something for another show, hopefully. But you gave us a lot. You gave a lot to start with, and we thank you again for coming in. And you could always join us again and talk about more. If you want to expand on anything that you're giving us right now. Again, this was, folks, Edward Lee Ireland, E-Board member, RTO, Subway Conductor. And again, for more information, you could reach him at his email at leeirelandny@gmail.com, or you could call him.
Yep.
What was his number?
718-495-9283. 718-495-9283.
Okay, well, I want to thank you both, Brooklyn Pete and Blunt, for having me on tonight, and thank you for inviting me back. And can you have me back in about 2 hours?
2 hours.
You can be back. I don't know about anybody else going to be here, but yeah.
Okay.
Show will be done. But definitely, you could reach out to us. You got Blunt, you got me. You reach out to us if you want to come back and something else you want to talk about, and we'll make it happen.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Good night.
You have yourself a good night.
All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man, that's a lot.
He did say he has a lot to say, but he wants to,
and he has a lot more.
He wants to spread it.
Just going to start. But yeah, it's guys, if you just watching, Lee was on just talking about the protest letter. For you guys to join in, contact him. The numbers are in the information is in the comments. He needs a lot more people. He said he got about 700 people from different departments, and he's looking for your help. So spread the word to sign up to that letter to get the guy who's appointed vice chair. That was picked by Utano, which was supposed to be voted on by you guys to remove whoever that guy is, to reverse it and get you guys the person that you want in there in that seat. So
definitely, most definitely. All right, so we'll continue.
Let's move on. Yeah,
let's move on with other news. The MTA rolls out new pandemic break rooms for the trains and buses. I mean, we spoke this. We've been talking about this for a while about having break rooms for bus operators, right? Either a bus that they could retrofit or something at the end of the lines. Looks like MTA is moving up and rolling out their pandemic break rooms. As tweeted by T.W.U. Local 100. Safer quarters because of social distancing. VP Eric Logal. Mobile office trailers are being delivered at select terminals to give train crew rooms to stretch out. This one is being set up at Ditmars Boulevard on NW Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
So they've started. This is like give you a little inside of the break room that they've done, the trailer. to make it into. I wonder if there's even a restroom in there. Talk about a restroom, but that's one of them right there. So why couldn't we have those for in a while? You know, they've actually said that they had not in service trains or buses not in service for operators and the subway crews to use. Now, I don't know if anybody's. I haven't heard of a bus in our area, at least not in the Brooklyn division, that they use as break rooms for bus operators. If anybody knows, let us know. But I don't know if we haven't heard anything. As far as they said that they're using not in service buses and trains right now.
You know what? They might be referring to when you have like a winter storm. You know how they have some buses out there.
That's like for the dispatch.
You know, but that's like not a daily occurrence where there's always a bus out there. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know, they try to they use words, and the political game is strong with them. So the wording, you gotta look at the wording and use a magnifying glass, because they say things, and the perception is that, oh yeah, this has been done already. You just amping it up, and it's a fucking lie.
Yeah, little language. Yeah, I don't. Again, if this is the first time they've done it, we haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
And are these buses or trains that are not in service, are they being cleaned before letting workers go in, or are they just pulling into the station after they empty out and let just us go in there without having properly disinfected for us to sit there to eat our food? So I wonder about that. But I mean, I guess it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
If they're actually starting to do this, finally.
I mean, we've been talking about that for the longest.
Yeah. But now, are there any restrooms in there? I doubt it. I'm thinking that's just for them to rest, because they were complaining, the guys in the subway were complaining that they were too crowded in the crew rooms, were being too crowded and not enough room for social distancing. And that's why this has come about. So obviously this is something that's new due to the pandemic. I doubt that they had this prior to March, let's say. I doubt it, because somebody would have said something. We would have, I mean, this is the first time that they're tweeting this. So this is something new. Hopefully they'll continue. It's not just a front, and they put that and then like we forget about it, like newsworthy, look what we're doing for our workers. Hopefully this continues. We have people that are on these kind of things, always checking. So hopefully you guys, you know who you are, could check and see if this is actually being held up and going on, because it'd be great to see buses, and not the COVID buses that they have for the operators that are cleaning buses, but a place for us to just sit at the end of the line if there's nowhere to go, especially now coming the winter. And with all these restaurants, places, you can't go into a restaurant.
A lot of
they won't let you in.
Can't use the bathroom in a lot of places.
Can't use the bathroom.
I wonder if that spot that they chose is a heavy location.
That area?
Yeah. I don't know anybody from RTO. If you know that location, please chime in the comments. Let us know if that's like a heavily used location or heavily populated where you guys need that extra space.
Yeah, even if you're watching this as a replay, just comment. We'll see the comments, and we could always bring it back up on another show.
Because I wouldn't put it past MTA to put a something like that right next to a crew room. It's like there's a crew room right there. Why would you put another trailer right there? I know it's social distancing, but they have a crew room there. I know. All right, so yeah, what's next? It looks like Pete's freezing over there.
We got a little something special for you guys. Blunt didn't know about this, but we got a few people that like to do our little TikToks, little videos and stuff like that. And Blunt also been doing little TikToks. Well, he did one that he was very proud of.
I was.
He was very proud of, and you'll see in the way that he goes about it in the video. So I wanted to add a little extra to it just to finish it up, to make it like there was something missing to your TikTok, a little something missing. So I hope you like it. I'm not making fun of you, truthfully. Hope you like it, and I'm gonna share with all you guys. So without further ado, here we go. Blunt in one of his very good TikToks, doing what he does best. All right.
Hey man, I love that show.
I know, me too. Top of the world.
That was one of my, like, that theme song was official, man.
Yeah, I never missed it. But I thought it was funny, and I saw that, and I said, "We got, you're singing it. You got to go along with the whole promo, the whole video to it." Too bad we didn't have the whole song. You could have just done the whole song. But anyway, hope you like it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's Blunt. TikTok. Your boy Blunt, right? On TikTok?
Yeah. Your boy Blunt on TikTok. I'm on TikTok.
He's doing some kind of more mature audience kind of stuff in his TikTok. So go check him out.
I mean, I had TikTok before, but I got rid of it because it's like, I'm not doing that shit. But I saw. I said it's not. I said that's his campaign song. But I got rid of it because I thought it was kind of bullshit. But I recently ran into one of the influencers, and they was like, "Yo, you can use TikTok for advertising." I'm like, "Oh yeah, shit, right?" Because if you get a lot of followers and you put up a video, so if I can put up stuff about 2 Trans with Misfits or T-shirts and stuff like that, I can use it for that. But sometimes you get bored and you look at other people having fun. So yeah, I go into it. But my cousin sent me that song, and I was like, "Oh shit,
I gotta do it.
I gotta do that shit." Yeah.
All right, so let's go now with something going on, very important going on. The red zone and the rules and regulations of COVID and schools closing. A lot of schools have been told that they have to close down because then they're in certain zip codes where there's a cluster, and it just happens to be in the Jewish community, Borough Park, Williamsburg, some in Queens, Crown Heights, I believe too. So they're upset that they're getting picked on, but the science is there showing the numbers where they're coming from. And what they're doing is, at least in this community, it's like underhanded stuff where they're getting caught on camera. Check this out.
Tonight, a yeshiva in a red zone in Brooklyn should have already been closed. Governor's orders tonight, the city moved in and shut it down. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger has a story from Borough Park.
All these days, all these months, some people still don't get it. At this Borough Park yeshiva tonight, young men here to study the Talmud were instead scrutinizing a vacate order courtesy of the buildings department.
Wow, you found 3 people without masks.
After city inspectors found them going about their business in flagrant violation of state laws meant to protect public health.
We are sending a notification to local governments saying they must enforce the public health law.
Earlier, Governor Andrew Cuomo reacted to this Eyewitness News exclusive after we found a religious school for young children operating and watched as kids emerged from the building and into the close quarters of a school bus, some without masks. The governor says many in the ultra-Orthodox community never observed the original shutdown mandates from the spring and have driven the current clusters that threaten the city's recovery. Today, Cuomo threatened to pull state funding from any school that continues to flout public health law.
Look, the governor and the mayor have a responsibility to keep the city safe.
But others were lamenting how they had become collateral damage of the irresponsible conduct of others. This modern Orthodox congregation already was following strict masking and social distancing rules.
How many people does the sanctuary accommodate?
I think about 650.
And now you can only have
10. We're doing what we can, and I think we're doing a very good job of it here. So to be told that we could only have 10 people here is very, very disappointing for us. It's really not fair.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise.
But in the end, all the messaging in the world, all the enforcement, and city inspectors still face non-compliance in deeply religious, traditional communities like this, where their authority is about as welcome as the outside scrutiny it brings. In just a few days, city inspectors have already issued dozens and dozens of violations, as some people continue to flout these emergency social distancing laws. Its enforcement, the city says, will continue until the positivity rate drops.
Yeah, see, I mean, I say close them off.
They don't care. They just don't care. Let me tell you a story today. On the bus, I got this gentleman that got on. I'm on the B16 today. He's driving a school bus for them. And first of all, he said, "Are you Jewish?" I said, "No, I'm Jewish." He said, he's so upset. First of all, he was supposed to get paid, and he didn't get paid for today or yesterday. And he figures it's the fact that the school's supposed to be closed, so they're not paying. So he's getting irritated over the fact that they're not paying him for driving the bus. So he's telling me he sees all these kids getting on his bus with no masks. That's one thing. Another thing is that he noticed, if anybody out there, check this out. Some of the buses, it'll say borrow park or borrow something on the side, that they're actually putting, this was his words, putting a magnet with some other writing to cover that part, like something like children or something, like to cover the part where it says borrow, so they could travel in the area without being stopped. So this is the things that the people are doing. Like, they're not worrying about anybody else. Meanwhile, my son, who goes in a school that's in that zone, was closed. I mean, it was like the day after the school's open, they closed them again. And that school is very strict policy, and that's why we felt okay with sending our child from the school bus to the school, because they're very strict. Even my son won't take his mask off now, which we were worried about it, but he'll keep it on through the whole day. And they have everything set up, the classroom, everything, where the kids are apart, the teachers, all that. So they were telling me, we're doing everything we're supposed to. But these other groups are not, and yet you see the buses still going by and going to school. It's not fair. So hopefully, I heard that what is it? He said he's going to be fining them or taking away their budget money or something like that. He was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to do it. And they throw the religion. This is not religion. This is not a religious movement. It's not a racial movement. It's a health movement. It's something that affects all of us. And it's not like they're staying in their area either if they get closed down. So we have people that go through those areas, other children, and you see them walking on the streets with no mask. I mean, I'm sorry, but they have to do something about it. It's ridiculous.
It's about time somebody do something. I mean, they've been. It's just how it's been since forever.
Yeah, they always find a way of doing whatever they want. I was thinking
like they're separated. That's why.
Yeah, I was even thinking they probably have some buildings where they use them, not the yeshivas, but like their what do you call them? Their houses of worship, that they probably use them as schools outside of those zones to bring kids in. I mean, just saying, they'll do anything, and it's about time something is being done about this, because we have to, what do you call it, flatten the curve.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to continue if this group of people are not following along with the rules.
Well, they said in the beginning that it's going to go back up around this time of the year. They expect it to go back up, and these guys are not doing anything to help flatten that curve.
To help out, nothing at all.
They're doing quite the opposite. So, yeah, should need to be.
So that's for that. That's about that. In other news, we have an 11-year-old child took a bus. Where is it? Took a bus on a joyride, folks. don't know if you guys heard about that.
Sign him up for a job.
Huh?
Sign him up for a job.
Right? I mean, he did hit a few cars on the way, though. But
Practice makes perfect.
he
Blame it on the raccoon from Jackie Gleason.
He said he just wanted to do it. When he got stopped, he said he wanted to do it. Check this video out.
This homeowner was shocked, to say the least, when she looked out her window to see a school bus crashed on her front lawn.
It was just unbelievable to see something like that.
But the story doesn't end there. Smith hunkered down in her home and watched while police surrounded the vehicle to arrest the tiny driver.
You just don't think a 10-year-old boy driving a bus.
The child led police on a 45-minute chase through Baton Rouge. Drivers watched as he flew through downtown, Government Street, and all the way to Smith's front yard in Central, with more than 20 officers following him.
I understand that he wasn't driving fast when he was in town, but he probably couldn't reach the gas pedal. Go all through town and to come down Grimmer Springs Road and wind up in our front yard, it's just unbelievable.
The 11-year-old, now in custody, allegedly told police he did it just to do it. BRPD says the bus was stolen from Progress Head Start School. It's still unclear how the child got the keys.
You know, he didn't have good control of the bus. He could have just kept on going. If it wasn't for the tree, he could have possibly run into my neighbor's house or even run into our house.
Smith says the commotion was startling, but she's fortunate that no one was hurt. In Central, Abby Rocha, NBC Local 33 News.
He was doing good up until the tree part. The tree got in the way.
No, I had read on the thing they posted that he actually sideswiped a few cars when the cops were chasing after him. 20 freaking police cars, man.
Like OJ.
Yeah, but he wasn't going slow though. You saw that video. He was like, shoo. Oh my god, road trip. Yeah, the good thing is that nobody got hurt.
Yeah,
you know, but that
kid,
man,
he could have got killed.
Yeah, he could have gotten killed or killed somebody. But at least, I don't know. I hope he's not going to be like people we've had here in New York that steal trains. You know, I mean, they even made a movie, or they're making a movie about him. But hopefully, he needs to get some help, man. Like he said, he just did it because what? Because he could? Because he wanted to?
He wanted to.
Now they got to check like the keys. Like, how did he get the keys?
Now they're gonna have to. Well, that sometimes there are things that just happen that are necessary evils. So him stealing that, school bus means that they're gonna have to now implement some way of locking those buses down when they're not being used.
More security.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Wow.
He should have went to Wendy's and shit.
I was picking something up for the school.
That's crazy.
So guys, we just want to let's remind them about our show, our Facebook page, which is now Two Transit Misfits. It used to be MVP Live Show. Still the same hijinks, the same shenanigans, just change the name. Two Transit Misfits. We're here on Facebook. We are on YouTube.
Yep.
And we couldn't go on today for some reason, but Periscope is a new one that we'll also be going. It's together with Twitter. So we'll be going live through those. We'll see what the problem happened with that. Hopefully next week or before next week we'll fix that up. Probably take a couple of tests to see why it didn't go through.
Yep.
But
we still have our Instagram too.
Instagram, the same. Two Transit Misfits. What else? What else are we missing? You got Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, here on Facebook. Please, if you're watching this, please share. And if you're watching this on YouTube that it popped up, please subscribe. And how do you say? Hit that bell.
Hit the bell. Yep. Definitely go on YouTube. Definitely subscribe there. We need to get those numbers up.
Definitely. Thank you so much, guys. We want to thank you for joining us. Of course, we're going to leave you with a little something. Right? And how do we do this now?
Wait, would you do? You know what is the
What's up?
The ending of the show still there? The new one?
The what?
Go on. The new ending.
It's there. It's there.
So
Yep, yep.
New.
New.
Somebody tells me to edit that shit.
New.
New.
So what we do? We throw this and then come back, and then we'll.
Yeah, throw that.
And we come back
we don't have to. We could throw that and end it.
and just end it.
Say our goodbyes now. Yeah.
All right, guys. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for if you share this. It's been real. I want to thank again our guest, Mr. Lee Ireland, for joining us and bringing us open eyes. Like they say, stay woke. There's a lot of information. I learned something. If you did, make sure you reach out to him. As he said, that letter, if you want it, his email, it's under the comments. I'll put it up on the description too later on. His phone number. Again, thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned right after we say goodbye. We got something special for you guys coming right up. All right. So with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete,
and I'm your boy Blunt,
and that's the end of our show.
So fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Good night, everybody.
Deuces.
There's some Jews in this house. There's some Jews in this house.
I'm a certified Jew. 7 days a week, praying 3 times a day. Yeet, 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 singing Avinu Malkeinu. My father, my king, dipping my challah in the hummus, just like a king. Anti-Semitism is on the rise, but we are not scared. Hashem's on our side. Haters stand blind, need to open their eyes, cause hate will fall, but love will rise. Haters should know we don't flop, we don't stop. Don't be whack, don't be whack. I'm rapping to feeling, I'm gonna be chillin'. Don't act like a villain, now this is a rap, this is a rap. Alright guys, remember to never let hate define who you are. Be proud, be loud, be you, and be blessed. L'chaim, l'chaim.
Sorry.